Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Gaur Hari Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Bola Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Bola Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Bola Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Bola Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Bola Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya Radha Raman Hare Govinda Jaya Jaya Radha Raman Hare Govinda Jaya Jaya गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय गोविंद जय जय बोल गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय गोविंद जय जय राधा रमण हरे गोविंद जय जय राधा बोलो राधा रमण हरे गोविंद जय जय हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ स्वामी जय जगन्नाथ जगन्नाथ स्वामी बोलो गाओ जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ स्वामी जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ जय बालदेवा जय सुभद्रा जय बालदेवा जय सुभद्रा जय बालदेवा जय सुभद्रा जय बालदेवा जय सुभद्रा जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी भवतु मे जगन्नाथ भवतु मे जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी भवतु मे जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी भवतु मे हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे निताय निताय गौरंग जय निताय गौरंग जय निताय गौरंग जय गौर हरि निताय गौरंग जय सचिनंदन जय सचिनंदन जय सचिनंदन जय सचिनंदन गौर हरे जय सचिनंदन जय सचिनंदन गौर हरे Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Bola Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Jaya Nitya Gaura Sundar, Jaya Nitya Gaura Sundar, Nitya Gaura Sundar, Jaya Nitya Gaura Sundar. Jaya Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Radhe, Jaya Madhava Radha. Jaya Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Jaya Giri Govardhan. Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Baladeva, Jasubhadra, Jaya Jagannath. Nitya Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitya Gaur Hari Bol. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Gaura Premanande, Hare Hare Bol. Jai Om Vishnupat Paramat Parivraj Jagadastota Seshaman. Hey Divine Jese Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Om Nitya Lila Pratishta Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada Maharaj Ki Jai. Guru Parampara Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnavinda Ki Jai. Namachara Shil Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. प्रेम से गो जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासरि गौर भक्तवृंद की जय। जय श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरी गोधन की जय। जय नवदीप माया प्रधाम की जय। मथुरा वृंदाक्ष द्वारका वृषा विद्या प्रधाम की जय। पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र श्री जगन्नाथ प्रधाम की जय। भगवान जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा देवी श्री सुदर्शन चक्र की जय। श्री श्री राधा माधव के जय। गिरी गोवर्धन के जय। निताय निताय गौर सुंदर के जय। गंगा माँ यमुना मय के जय। वृंद देव भक्त देव के जय। समस्त भक्त वृंद के जय। हरे राम संकृत के जय। हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र के जय। इस्कॉन बाल्टीमोर यात्रा के जय। निताय निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरे हरे बोल। ऑल गुरु हरे। All glory to the Hare, all glory to the Hare, all glory of Shishi Guru and Gauranga Goswami.
Namaste Narashingaya Namaste Namaste Narashingaya. Praladalanadaine. Praladalanadaine. Hiranyakashipurvaksha. Shilatanga Natayane. Ito Narshinga Bharato Narshinga. Oyato yato yamitato Narshinga. Bahe Narshinga Hridaye Narshinga. Narshinga Madim Saranam Prapade. Tavagana Kamala Bade Nata Madhuta Shringaya. Tali Tali Hiranyakashipu Taravindam Keshavadipa Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare. Keshavadita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare. Jaya Nrsimhadev, 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 Jaya Nrsimhadev. Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj. Jai Gaura Haribo, 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 Nitai Gaura Haribo. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Nrsimha Bhagwan ki jai. Prahlad Maharaj ki.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Welcome, Shri Ram. Nilamada Prabhu returned from India and Vrindavan. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Hare Hare. From the land of Vrindavan Dham, Radha Shyam Sundar, who's manifested here as Sri Radha Madhav. Hari Bol. So, welcome everyone on this chilly, blistering, cold day. But we are warmed by the wonderful Kirtan led by Vidur Prabhu. So really energized for that. So thank you so much. Upcoming programs. Next week is a very special program on Sunday. It's a day when after 600 years people's desires came true. And the temple in Ayodhya will be manifesting there. Haribo! What they used to say, the Nara was, Mandir udhar banayenge. So it is happening now. Thousands of people, I think it will be expected, millions of people all over the world will be watching this ceremony once in a lifetime. And our plan is to celebrate that in ISKCON Baltimore also. We'll have Kirtan starting from 3 p.m. onwards, Lord Ram's bhajans. But main program will be 6:30 till 8 o'clock. We'll have some ghee lamps lined up here also. And depending on the time, what time is the program, I don't know what time the Pran Pratishtha is going on there. If it's during this time, we can live telecast. Otherwise, please don't miss this opportunity. It's a wonderful opportunity. I think the temple is, what we saw from the vision, the whole country is mesmerized in Lord Ram's names. From ISKCON, they're distributing almost 800,000 Bhagavad Gitas. Lord Ramayana are going through, and they've started a cart from ISKCON Delhi, chanting Lord Ram's name and chanting, going all the way to Ayodhya. Kar Sevaks are going from all around. It's a big festive mood there. And I think finally this is manifestation going on. So it'll be a wonderful program. So please, next week will be wonderful celebrations. Tell your friends, everybody else, come here. We'll celebrate together. This event was 1990s. They celebrate, gave their lives. So many devotees gave their lives for that. And now it's manifesting. So we'll all come together and share this wonderful program for that one. So Hari Bol, Hari Krishna. So now I think... Premnath, you have any announcement for book distribution, anything like that, or no? Okay. Well, first of all, I'd like to thank you, our book distributors and all the sponsors for our Gita Marathon. We surpassed our goal of 15,000, was 15,500 Bhagavad Gitas. Haribo! And as we speak, the books are being distributed to different motels, to different nursing homes, and all the stuff. And one day we'll have the whole presentation where all the books went, so that devotees can feel energized that the books are going different places. We are also trying to send books to Ayodhya also to connect with them, the Bhagavad Gitas, and let's see how many they need. But India, there is a revolution. Everybody's distribute Bhagavad Gitas there for that one. So also, I think every once a month, we have a special program, Sunday School Kids. So Shyam Bhakti Mata can just tell what's going on. Also today's today's feast is cooked by Vrindavan Vijay Prabhu and their wonderful family all the way from New York and their wonderful team. So loud Haribol for them, please. Vrindavan Vijay Prabhu, thank you so much coming all the way from New York. Since yesterday, they have been engaged for like almost 14, 16 hours to cook this wonderful feast to all the devotees. And when I especially fast so that we can feast when Prabhu is here for that. So thank you so much, Prabhuji, bringing all the wonderful team for that one. And also today, Shyam Bhayani Prabhu School, they have sponsored the feast for that one, praying to all the devotees that their school, Krishna Conscious School, can manifest for that. So pray to devotees to pray for them. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. So we have a very vibrant Sunday school. We have kids of age 4 to almost 15 years. We've been teaching shlokas, philosophy, art, craft. We do dramas. So every month, one of our kids, we've been running an overview of Bhagavad Gita series. So far we have presented 6 chapters of Bhagavad Gita. Today, one of our kid from Sunday school, Jagdish, is going to present on chapter 7. It's just Bhagavad Gita summary in 10 minutes. So please pay attention. Jagdish is almost 12-year-old. And when I asked Jagdish, what do you like to do? He said, I like to play soccer and eating prasadam. he's a very happy-go-lucky kid, always there to help anyone at any time. So please give a big round of applause to Jagdish.
Jagdish, what do you like most, soccer or prasadam? So one other announcement, I think the floor there is very slippery going all the way in. So just be careful. Try to put mats there so that nobody slips. But when you walk with the socks, I think it's getting really slippery. So just please be careful when you go out.
Can I get a stand? Hare Krishna everyone, my name is Jagdish and today I'll be presenting on the chapter 7 of Bhagavad Gita, Knowledge of the Absolutes. Before we get started with this presentation, I would like to thank Shyam Bhakti Mataji and Nirmada Prabhu for giving me this opportunity. Let's recite our invocation prayers. Om Agyananti Mirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chachurumiti Amyena Tasme Shri Gurave Namah Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Prachadine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashityade Shatadine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Sadi Gaur Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So the topics that we will be discussing over the presentation is what is Bhakti Yoga, Krishna's everything, Krishna's energy, to whom does everything belong to, how to gain perfection of life, the three material modes of nature, and types of people who take the processes of bhakti. Before we get into chapter 6, let's look at the connection between chapter 6 and chapter 7. In chapter 6, Krishna ended the chapter by glorifying Bhakti Yoga. Krishna says that the person who surrenders unto me and renders devotional service unto me is very dear to me. How does chapter 7 start? In chapter 7, we're going to see how Krishna is giving knowledge to Arjuna. In the first 3 slokas, Krishna is telling the importance of knowledge that he is going to give. He is going to speak about his material and spiritual energies, and he's going to speak about his own Sharupa. In sloka 2, he says that after knowing all of these, there's nothing to be known. And then he talks about how rare it is to know the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In sloka 3, he says that there are thousands among human entities, and out of those, only few endeavor for success. And out of that, only few attain perfection, success or perfection. And from those people who have attained perfection, hardly one person knows me in truth. So this is how rare it is to know Krishna in full truth. What is Bhakti Yoga? Krishna describes Bhakti Yoga in the first sloka of the chapter. Shri Bhagavana Vacha Maya Ashtakamano Partha Yogam Yojanamad Ashraya Asamsayam Samagramam Yata Janashi Tatshuru. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, "Now hear, O son of Partha, how by practicing yoga in full consciousness of me, with mind attached to me, you can know me free from doubts." Bhakti Yoga is a loving service to which we can perform in many different ways. Chanting, kirtan, reading and distributing Srila Prabhupada's books, and doing seva at the temple, and even honoring prasadam. The Bhagavad Gita recommends that everybody should practice Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti Yoga is a very simple, pure and easy way to go back to Lord Krishna, and anyone can perform it. Krishna is everything. In the text 7.8, Krishna says, "O son of Kunti, I am the taste of water, the light of the sun and the moon, the syllables Om in the Vedic mantras. I am the sound in ether and ability in man." Here Krishna is saying that he's everything, he's all-pervading. He says that even when we're doing the simplest thing like drinking water and honoring prasadam, we should always think of him. Krishna's energies. In slokas 4 to 12, Krishna is talking about his own energies. Sloka 4, he talks about 8 separate energies: earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, and false ego. These are the 8 separated energies of the Lord. In sloka 5, he's saying that there is a superior energy of mind, the living entities. Although Krishna is invisible to us in our present state, we can perceive his presence through his energies, which are everywhere. Krishna has two different types of energies, material energy and his spiritual energy. The spiritual energy is full of eternal bliss and knowledge, whereas the material energies cause ignorance, misery, and death. To whom does everything belong to? In text 7.7, Krishna says, O conqueror of the world, there is no truth superior to me. Everything rests upon me, as the pearls are strung on a thread. Nothing in this entire world is ours after all. After we get over with this life, everything that we own will be gone. So instead of wasting our entire lives doing fruitive activities, it's best to practice Bhakti Yoga and go back to Krishna, so we don't have to take birth again and again in this material world and suffer. How to gain perfection of life? In text 7.3, Krishna says, out of many thousands among men, one may endeavor for perfection, and of those who have achieved perfection, hardly one knows me in truth. Krishna is saying that for the people who are seeking for perfection, very little of the people know him. We should all know Krishna fully in truth to attain perfection of going back to Goloka Vrindavan. One example is here, Rupa Goswami, after scrutinizing analysis of the vast library of Vedic literatures, defined 9 steps of perfection. Number 1, preliminary faith. Number 2, association with devotees of the Lord. Number 3, engaging in regulated devotional activities. Number 4, becoming free from all sinful activities. Number 5, remaining steady in self-realization. Number 6, acquiring the taste of hearing about Lord Krishna. Number 7, attachment of Krishna and Krishna consciousness. Number 8, ecstasy and pure love. The 3 material modes of nature. In text 7.13, Krishna says, deluded by the 3 modes, goodness, passion, and ignorance, the whole world does not know me, who am above the 3 modes and inaccessible. In text 7.14, Krishna states, this divine energy of mine, consisting the 3 modes of material nature, is difficult to overcome, but those who have surrendered unto me can easily cross beyond it. The people in this material world are being carried away by the 3 material modes of nature. People are focusing on fruitive activities instead of Krishna. For example, one example is the people in this material world who wake up during the Brahma Muhurta time and do their chanting, deity worship, read Srila Prabhupada's books, will obtain the mode of goodness, and they will keep it throughout the whole day. But the people who wake up after the sun has risen are always in the mode of passion. And the mode of ignorance comes to us when the sun starts to set, because this is when our body becomes tired, and that can lead to laziness. This is why it's important that we finish all of our rounds in the morning. Also, these 3 material modes of nature can come to us depending on what we eat. For example, if we eat prasadam that is offered to Lord Krishna, we'll be in the mode of goodness. But if we eat sweet, sour, anything like that for the gratification of our tongue, then we'll be in the mode of passion. But if we eat meat, onion, garlic, egg, alcohol, anything like that, we'll be in the mode of ignorance. Types of people who take the processes of bhakti. Chaturvidadi bhajante mam jana shakritina arjuna artha ginashara arthati gyani cha bharatashava. O best among the Bharatas, 4 kinds of pious men begin to render devotional service unto me. The distressed, the desire of wealth, the inquisitive, and he who is searching for the knowledge of the absolutes. We should always be the person who is searching for the knowledge of the absolute. It's okay that we are inquisitive sometimes, but we should always be searching for the knowledge of the absolute to obtain Lord Krishna. So in conclusion, we should always practice Bhakti Yoga, should not be carried away by the 3 material modes of nature, and lastly, we should be the person who seeks the knowledge of the Absolute so we can progress in Krishna consciousness. Also in this chapter, Krishna reveals himself as the origin of all material and spiritual energy. Krishna is the essence of everything. 4 types of people surrender to Krishna and 4 types don't. Among those who understand that Krishna is the cause of all causes and engage in devotional service become very dear to Lord Krishna. These rare souls are surely to obtain him. Hare Krishna, thank you very much. Please forgive me if I have made any mistakes.
Thank you, Jagdish. That's a wonderful, loud applause from him, please, again. Haribol. So these are our Sunday school kids, actually trained by Sunday school teachers. Make them understand the value of Bhagavad Gita. And slowly we see so many wonderful kids have spoken about Bhagavad Gita, summary, everything. And I think if the kids can do it, we can also read Bhagavad Gita regularly and make a life perfect for that. So without taking too much time, we're very grateful and honored. We are a special guest today. His Grace Anant Gauranga Prabhu. Haribo. Prabhuji doesn't need any introduction. He's a very learned devotee, reads virtually every day, hours and hours. A senior disciple of His Holiness Radhanath Maharaj. Most importantly, he's a mind architect behind this beautiful temple here. And we are so fortunate to have him here, giving some wonderful discourse. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन जमुना तीर वनचारी यमुना तीर वनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद. हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. नारायण नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवी सरस्वतीं व्यास ततो जयमुदीरयेत्. शृण्वतां स्वकथा कृष्ण पुण्यश्रवणकीर्तनात् हृदयन्तस्थहि अभद्राणि विधुनोति सुहृत्सतां. नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठकी. Hare Krishna. So the topic today is dharma. We all know dharma with different perceptions. The first word, when we hear the word dharma, a question may come in our mind: which dharma? Somebody may say Hindu dharma, somebody may say Christianity, somebody may think Islam. There are many different dharmas. So that is one of the common perception of a people, that dharma is religion or a faith or a sect related to a sect. In a chemistry, we also know that everything has a different gun dharma. The Sanskrit word is a gun dharma. They have a quality, and that is their constitutional nature and the quality. So just like a quality of a sugar is a sweetness, gun dharma of a chili is a hot, fire is a light and heat. So these are also considered gun dharma. Then there is another aspect of a dharma is occupational duty. We all know in Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna said, Chaturvarnam maya srushta guna karma vibhagasha. I made this occupational duty for each varna and each ashram. So we all are in a different position, ashram as well as varna. So we have different duties. So there are varieties of definitions and perceptions created for a general public. And all of these things, Lord Krishna also said in a Bhagavatam to Sri Uddhava, that man maya mohita diya purusha purusharshava shreyo vadanti anekanta yatha karma yatha ruchi. Bewildered by my illusory energy maya, man maya mohita diya, whose intelligence is bewildered, purusha, all of the people, they speak according to their own karma and their own whims. They think that whatever I am telling you is better for you. So that thing created some more complications in the definition of a dharma. Then Mahabharata also said, Tarko pratishta shrutiyo vibhinna na asau rushi yasya matirna binna dharmasya tattvam nihitam guhaya mahajano yena gata sapantha. Mahabharata clearly says that all sages, when they created the scriptures and all of that thing, each has different viewpoint. And those logic arguments, tarko, logic arguments, of pratishta, it can never be conclusive. They cannot come to one point, because they are created by different mindset which are somewhat bewildered by Lord's material energy, Maya. So there is already so many definitions of dharma. Now Lord Krishna in a Bhagavad Gita himself, in a 4.8, he said, Dharma sansthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. I descend to re-establish the principle of this religion in a different millenniums. So when he comes as an incarnation, his preaching is according to the time, place, and circumstances. When he came as a Lord Jesus Christ, his preaching was different. And when he came as a Krishna, his preaching was different. So, and in a last chapter, he also said, Sarva dharman parityajya, mamekam sharanam braja. You give up all religion and take my shelter. So, which dharma Lord Krishna is talking about that he descended to re-establish the principle? And which religion he is talking here to give up? Any guess? Yes, Prabhu. That is very nice. He said, give up all varieties of religion which are related to the body, related to the matter. He's talking about, that's a very good answer. So when Lord Krishna comes here, he descends to establish the principle of a Bhagavad Dharma. Another name of a Bhagavad Dharma, it is also Sanatan Dharma, which is everlasting, eternal, everlasting. And it applies to all living entity, not limited to human only. It applies to all living entity. We all know in a material world, everything is changeable and everything is fallible. Everything changes in a due course of a time. But this Bhagavad Dharma, what Lord established, it has no boundaries of a time, place, and circumstances. And it applies to all living entity. So that is a Bhagavad Dharma that Lord Krishna comes to re-establish. So it is said, Mena dharma moolam hi Bhagavan sarva veda mayo hari. Shukdev Goswami said that the root of all of this religion is Lord Himself. And sarva veda mayo hari. So all of the Vedas and all of the Vedic knowledge, Vedic literature, they are all part of Lord Himself. Sarva Veda Mayo Hari. Tadvidam smrutam cha tadvidam rajyan chatma prasidhati. Just by knowing this simple truth, our soul is very pleased and satisfied. Yam Raja also tells his Yam Dutas in Ajamil's pastimes that dharmam tu sakshat bhagavat pranitam. Whatever God speaks, that is the dharma. So whatever Lord's incarnation in a different millenniums, whatever they preach, that becomes the dharma. Just like when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, he said, Name ruchi जीवे दया और वैष्णव सेवा, यहाँ छारी और नाय धर्म सनातन. He told Sanatan Goswami that this is the religion. This is Bhagavad Dharma. It is unchangeable and infallible. So these are the principles of Dharma that Lord re-established in every millennium by his own preaching and sometime by his own example. So I would like to discuss some of the qualities or some of the strengths of this Bhagavad Dharma. So very first one comes in our mind is when those Nav Yogendra, when they appear in this assembly of King Nimi, there is a nice question answers going on. This is part of Canto 11. So one of the Nav Yogendra, Karbhajan Muni, he said, Yana sthana narorajan na pramadhyet karhichit dhavan nimilyam vanetre na skhalena na pateta I. This Bhagavad Dharma, he is preaching about this Bhagavad Dharma. That Yana Sthaya, just by taking the shelter of this Bhagavad Dharma, na pramadhyet karhichit dhavan mean running, dhavan nimilyam with eyes closed, vanetre eyes closed, na skhalena na pateta hit. He will not fall down. Just assume like we are riding a motorcycle in a city like Ahmedabad, and we drive it with our eyes closed and hope that we do not have any accident or we do not fall down. So it is very clearly said here that whoever practices this Bhagavad Dharma, he can run with his eyes closed, and he will not fall down or he will not fumble on this path of practicing Bhagavad Dharma. That's how powerful it is. It always protects us from any accidental fall down. Another quality or attribute of this Bhagavad Dharma is it is a pratyaksha-vagamam dharmyam susukham kartum avyayam. It's Bhagavad Gita 9.2. It is a directly, it can be performed directly. Pratyaksha vagamam dharmyam susukham kartum avyayam. And it is very pleasing, very easy, susukham. It is done very easily and with joyfully. Susukham kartum avyayam. So this Bhagavad Dharma is not like anything that we have to give up everything, then we can perform Bhagavad Dharma. No, we can still remain in our whatever social position we are and still perform joyfully, very easily. It is very simple. And this Bhagavad Dharma is so potent that it cannot be checked by any material forces. Ahaituki apratihata. Savai punsa parodharma. So this parodharma, this dharma which is related to para, means Ishvara, Parameshvara, Lord, that it cannot be checked by any material forces. And it is pleasing to senses, mind, and the soul. Another quality of this Bhagavad Dharma, it is enlightening and relieving from any material attachment. So, janayati ashu vairagyam jnanam cha yad ahaitukam. So, by practicing this Bhagavad Dharma, another name is also bhakti. Anything related to Lord, any activity, any service, anything related to Lord is part of this Bhagavad Dharma. This Navdha Bhakti, ninefold devotional service, is a part of this Bhagavad Dharma. So it automatically creates the knowledge and detachment, vairagyam. And ashu means very quickly. By performing this Bhagavad Dharma very quickly, it creates the knowledge and detachment from the material objects. It avoids the fearlessness. We are all worried about something in our life. We may be worried about our work, we may be worried about our financial position, we may be worried about our children, our parents. At least we may be worried about our final destination, that what will be my destination after this life. Any thoughtful man would be worried about this thing. So, this Bhagavad Dharma, so we are all fearful. But this Bhagavad Dharma, it avoids the fearlessness. In a same discussion of Nav Yogendra with Nimi Maharaj, with King Nimi, it is a bhayam dvitiya bhi niveshata syata ishat apetasya viparaya asmruti. By forgetting our relationship with the Lord, this fear arises. And this Bhagavad Dharma, it brings us that relationship back, by which we become fearless. We become fearful when we know that there is something above us or beyond our control. We become fearful. Like a police. When police is executing his duties, when he knows that I have this backup or a support from the government, he is fearless in executing his duty. But when he sees that the government, or I do not have a backup, or I do not have a support from government, then they become fearful. We see in a store, they are stealing openly, and police comes and don't do anything because police know that there is no backup to them in executing their duty, so they do not execute their duty, and they are allowing them to steal. So because they have a fear that there is a stronger power, something that is beyond the support that I had with me, and they become fearful. So this Bhagavad Dharma, it awards us the fearlessness. It re-establishes our relationship, our eternal relationship with the Lord. And by knowing that the Lord is always with me, then we automatically become fearless. Then it guarantees the liberation not in the next life, but in the present life. This Bhagavad Dharma. Mukti hitva anyatha rupam swarupena vyavasthiti. it just by bringing our constitutional position, reminding us that constitutional position, anyatha rupam, that now this is not my true form, like whether it could be the husband, wife, or a parent, or anything else. This is not my true form. My true form is that I am the eternal servant of the Lord and He is my eternal master. So, just by re-establishing this fact that you are the eternal servant, Swarupena, so just by in our constitutional position, re-establishing it, it is a liberation. It is called Mukti Hitva Anyatha Rupam. Just freedom from all other positions is a liberation. So this Bhagavad Dharma, it re-establishes us in our constitutional position. Then Lord Krishna said, when Rukmini ji, when she sends her the letter to kidnap her, the Brahmana who carries that letter to Lord Krishna, Lord Krishna serves him very nicely, and then in their discussion, he said that ahiyamana swadharmat hi asya akhila kamaduk. He said this dharma that you are practicing, he is telling to Brahmana, the dharma that he is practicing as a Brahmana, and he was a pure Brahmin, very God-conscious Brahmin. So he says that this practicing this dharma that you are doing, it is like a desire cow, and it fulfills all auspicious desires. So Bhagavad Dharma, it fulfills our auspicious desires, just like a desire cow. And it protects us because we are practicing the Bhagavad Dharma, or when we attempt to practice Bhagavad Dharma, we are trying to protect it. So that Dharma, it protects us. Dharmo rakshati rakshitaha. So we protect Bhagavad Dharma and Bhagavad Dharma protects us. So these are some of the qualities of Bhagavad Dharma. There may be many more, but these are the primary qualities of Bhagavad Dharma. It connects us to our purpose of a life, to our goal of a life, getting the love of a Godhead. So now there is a list of preachers and practitioners of Bhagavad Dharma. Lord, He Himself descends and preaches this Bhagavad Dharma in every millennium, as we discussed, and His devotees, just like Srila Prabhupada. He came and preached this Bhagavad Dharma to all of us, and that's why we are all here today. So, this preaching of this Bhagavad Dharma and practicing of Bhagavad Dharma, it started with Lord Nar Narayan. It is said in a Bhagavatam that as of today, Lord Nar Narayan in a Badrikashram, he is practicing this Bhagavad Dharma. Even though he is completely satisfied within, Purna Kama Vapi Yuva, Nar Narayana Rushi, Dharmam Acharatam Sthitya Rushabho Loka Sangraham. Even though they do not desire anything for themselves, but they are practicing this Bhagavad Dharma for our welfare. And it is very clearly said, because of their austerity there in a Badrikashram, whatever our virtues and good qualities that we have, it is being protected by his austerity and penance. Otherwise, this age of Kali Yuga is so powerful. Our dharma and our practices cannot sustain in this age of Kali. But it is because of Lord Nar Narayan we are able to remain somewhat pious. Even though we are not purely pious, but we are trying to become a pious person. So it is because of Lord Nar Narayan who is practicing this Bhagavad Dharma, and he is also preaching this Bhagavad Dharma when he comes as a, and this is a Lord Krishna himself as a Lord Nar Narayan. He and Arjun, they are called Nar Narayan, Nar and Narayan in a Mahabharata. So, Nar Narayan Rishi or Nar Narayan Bhagwan, like he is still practicing for our welfare. Lord Chaitanya also practiced as a devotee, and he gave us the holy name, chanting of a holy name, and he gave very easy definition of a dharma to Sanatana Goswami that we discussed. Lord Krishna also had described to Uddhava in a Canto 11 what he considers this Bhagavad Dharma. There are 4 verses from Canto 11, chapter 9, 20 to 24. Because of the time, we would not go in all of those verses, but he had very nicely instructed to Uddhava about this Bhagavad Dharma, 11-19 chapter. This Bhagavad Dharma was also preached by Lord Kapil Dev to Mother Devhuti. It was preached by Navyogendra to King Nimi. It was preached by Jad Bharat to King Rahugan. And it was preached by Lord Chaitanya also. It was practiced by devotee like Prahlad Maharaj. It was practiced by devotee like Amrish Maharaj, who engaged all of his senses in the service of a Lord. And this Bhagavad Dharma is very nicely glorified by Vritrasura also in his prayers. So those are very nice explanation and a description of a Bhagavad Dharma in all of those discussions. But we cannot discuss all of that thing in this 30-minute class. But I would encourage you to read and try to absorb in this Bhagavad Dharma explanation. And the result, now what are the results that we would get by practicing this Bhagavad Dharma? So, the result of this practicing Bhagavad Dharma, that it will award us Swadharma. By practicing Bhagavad Dharma, we will automatically practice our occupational duties very nicely. So Swadharma, occupational duty, that is one. Then second one is Atma Gnan or Gnan, which is a knowledge of ourself, who we are, what is the relationship, our relationship with the Lord, and what is our relationship with other living entities and their relationship with the Lord. So that is Gnan, Atma Gnan, that when we have when we have that knowledge, then we will consider all living entity part and parcel of a Lord. And we will consider the pains and pleasure of other living entity as our own. Atmapaumyana sarvatram samam pashyati yorjuna sukham va yadi va dukkham. And Lord Krishna says, Sayogi parmomata. He's the best yogi who sees the pains and pleasures of other living entity as his own pleasure and pain. So, this Bhagavad Dharma, by practicing it, we can feel the pains and pleasures of other, and we can become the best yogi. Third, it awards us this detachment from all material possessions. And by understanding the nature of this temporary nature of material world and unworthiness of this material opulence. So by practicing it, we will naturally get a detachment from any sense gratification and other kind of worldly possessions, and we will think that these are all not worth anything. And the last one is the bhakti. It will put us in a very good position of the loving devotional service of the Lord, and by which we can eternally become happy and peaceful. So these are the results of performing this Bhagavad Dharma. And Lord had promised himself that I will protect your Bhagavad Dharma. Ananyas chintayanto ma ye jana paryupasate tesham nityabhiyuktanam yogakshemam vahamyaham. I will protect this Bhagavad Dharma that you are practicing. So, we cannot go wrong by any means in practicing this Bhagavad Dharma, which is Dharmam tu Sakshat Bhagavad Pranitam. Whatever Lord had said, that becomes the Bhagavad Dharma. So, I will stop here. If anybody has any question, we can discuss. Radha Madhav ki Jai.
Any questions or comments? I will ask something.
Okay, sure.
Thank you for a wonderful class. Thank you, bro. Sorry, I think everyone's going. Yeah. So I just wanted to check. The wonderful class, explaining different perspectives of Dharma from Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. Yeah. How do we practice Bhagavad Dharma? If you can elaborate, that will be good, bro. How do
Practicing Bhagavad Dharma is, as I said, whatever God instruct, that is a Bhagavad Dharma. And Lord had said us, Sarva Dharman Parityajya Mamekam Sharanam Vraja. So you take my shelter. So that is the practice. We can take his shelter by chanting, by hearing his pastimes, by doing the deity worship, those Navda Bhakti, by remembering, right? By associating with the devotees. So whatever suits to our nature, because we all have a different nature. Somebody likes deity worship, somebody may like a chanting, somebody may like hearing. So there is no difference, because everything is connected to absolute Lord. So anything is connected to Him, it is absolute. So whatever suits to our personal nature and our liking, we can still achieve the same result, no difference. So
That's why it is said that Je Jathamaham Papadanti te Tatriva Bhajamaham. Is that right?
what is that? Say again.
Je Jathamaham Papadanti te Tatriva Bhajamaham.
That's right. Ye yatha mam prabhadyante tans tathaiva bhajamyaham. Whoever comes to me, I reciprocate accordingly. So if we go to Lord with a auspicious desire, then Lord reciprocate. We walk 1 inch and He will walk 1 mile towards us. He is more anxious to take us back home than what we are anxious to go back home. So our effort is just buying a lottery ticket. Just we have to buy a lottery ticket and then He makes us win the lottery. So our effort is very insignificant, but He knows that we are doing our sincere effort in reaching out to Him. So then He yogakshemam vahamyam, whatever we lack, He provides us, and whatever we have, He protects us. So that is His promise. We don't have to worry about our destiny or anything because we are surrender. So He takes care of us. Just like parents, when the children are surrendering to parents, they don't have any worry because parents take care of them. But when they try to become independent, then and then their trouble starts. Otherwise, they are happy and peaceful under the shelter of a parent. So as long as we maintain our shelter, we are all fine. Nothing can happen to us. It is guaranteed, not in the next life, but in this life. So, yeah.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Thank
Hare
you.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Prasadam is served downstairs.
Haribo, Haribo.